Hari Om. Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Namostute Vyasa Visala Buddhe Pullarvindaya Tapatra Netra Yena Tvaya Bharata Taila Purna Prajvalito Jnanamaya Pradeepa. Om Dhyanamulam Gurur Murti Pujamulam Gurur Padam Mantramulam Gurur Vacham Mokshamulam Guru Kripa. Om Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langhayate Girim Yat Kripa Tamaham Bande Paramanandamadhavam. Hari Om. Sadguru Bhagavan ki jai. Satchidananda Bhagavan ki jai. Krishna Bhagavan ki jai. Gita Maharani ki jai. Hari Om. We are discussing on Srimad Bhagavad Gita and 12th chapter, the yoga of devotion, and in that the Amritastak, the 8 verses of nectar, the essence of the whole Gita. So yesterday we saw Jasmad Nodvijate Loko Loka Nodvijate Chaja Harsam Harsa Bhayo Begehi Muktvaha Jaha Sachame Priyaha. We have discussed it in detail. He by whom the world is not agitated, and who cannot be agitated by the world, and who is freed from joy and anger and fear and anxieties, is dear to me. We have seen the fear, how fear is generated when two are there. Relativity is there and comparison is there. So fear has to be there. So the rule goes as Dvetat bhayam bhavati. From two, the fear starts from the two. And then free from joy, anger, fear, anxiety, of course we have explained it, and understood to some extent. And this agitation, not to be agitated by others and not to agitate others. Gurudev used to say, do good and be good. And besides this, he used to say, adjust and accommodate. This is the highest sadhana. And we have seen yesterday, to be in your own limit, to understand your right, that also subject of discussion when we try to understand agitation, how the agitation starts. When there is two, of course there will be agitation, and that dependency, comparison, and everything is there. So if little imbalance state happens between the two, there comes agitation. That is imbalanced state, which is known as agitation. And that has to happen when there is two. Because relativity starts from there. So it cannot be balanced 100% equally. It cannot be. Agitation has to be there. Nobody can help it. So only when the mind is one-pointed, there is no two, then only this is possible for a man of realizing the truth or man of wisdom. One who, अरे कौन नीचे बैठे हैं? Who is sitting down? Come front. Come front. You can sit down, come front. Come here. Come on, come on. Come here. If you can't sit here, then you can sit on the chair. Thank you. You can rest on the wall also. Wall, sweater is there. Okay. So anyhow, now agitation is possible when the mind is one-pointed. Non-agitation is possible when the mind is one-pointed. And Gurudev used to say, the view of the consequence of meditation. If one, and that I have seen, if one meditates for 1 minute in its true sense, for 1 week, nothing in this world can agitate its mind. It gets so much confidence and stability. It gets colored. And once I shall tell you a story, my experience. When I was staying in Ujjaili, Uttarkashi, I stayed there for 1 year after leaving Sivananda Ashram, after Gurudev's Samadhi. I came to Uttarkashi in 1964, permanently, not to go back to ashram. Of course, I went occasionally to the ashram, but I was staying in Uttarkashi. So, at that time, we used to go for a walk in the evening, almost all the monks. walking, evening walk. Morning walk nobody goes because morning hours is very precious for japa, meditation and doing other things, chanting, etc. So evening times is a little free for everyone. So they used to go for a walk, long walk, lonely walk, and while walking they go on meditating and contemplating and doing japa, everything. So meditation walk, they say. So one old man used to go every day. Old man, he was a monk, renunciate since his childhood when he was 12 or 13. He left his home and at that time he was about 80 plus. And I was about 25 or 26 something. I also went for a walk, and while I was returning, he was going at that time. So we met each other in some spot. There was nobody else. So I saluted him. I touched his feet, elderly monk. And I have seen he used to stand for hours and he meditates on standing pose because you cannot doze in standing. The saints, they have different ways to control the mind. You cannot doze, you cannot be unaware when you are standing erect and going on gazing at one picture. Every day for hours you have to stand motionlessly and meditating. So he when I touched his feet, he asked me, Premanand Swamiji, I have a question. I was wondered, you have a question, Swamiji? And what is the purpose of telling it to me? Now can you answer? I wondered, Swamiji, what are you telling? I am a just boy before you, and you have questioned. You are such old saint. And he never keeps anything for him. He maintains his physical needs with bare necessities. Never accumulates anything, nothing. He goes daily to bhiksha, whatever wants, whatever it is available, that is enough for the whole day. Once eating only. And this is how he has spent his life. And he has doubt, he is asking me, I was wonderstruck. Swamiji, what is this? You are asking, you are making me ashamed. Come on, you ask me if I can answer. I said, try. Do you meditate? He is asking me. I told Swamiji, you are just like my grandmother. How can I lie? I am trying to meditate. Sometimes it occurs. It is not under my control. Whenever I like, I can meditate. It is not like that. But sometimes I meditate. How long you can meditate? I said, what I experience, I can meditate for 1 minute, and that is without mind control. Sometimes I enter into meditative state and I feel it is for 1 minute. He fell at my feet. He embraced me. You are great. You can meditate for 1 minute. What I cannot see. This is how you can just imagine what is meditation if you truly understand it. Of course, I have seen people who said to me, Swamiji, I am the member of some meditation group. We meditate for 8 hours every day. I touched his feet. Oh, great you are. He was some household, from some place. I fell at his feet. You are great, really. And after sitting here and discussing something, Swamiji, I have a doubt. I said, you have doubt? Yes. What is that doubt? How to control the mind? How to control all these lust, anger, greed? I am unable to understand what is the process to control. I told him, you are great. You meditate 8 hours. And this question arises after 8 hour meditation for years together. What do you do at that time? Sleep, dozing, or some building castles in the air. Closing the eyes means meditation. Do you think this? You fool, don't cheat yourself. You can cheat the whole world. You will be excused. But when you try to cheat yourself, nobody is going to excuse you. You have to suffer. Nobody can help you. This is how, from all these incidents, you can imagine what is called meditation. So, Gurudev said, if 1 minute one can meditate, that is also Gurudev's declaration. For 1 week, if the world is burning in fire, he will not be agitated. Another story from the scriptures I shall tell you. Yajnavalkya, the great saint of the hour, he had 10,000 students, and he used to live in dense forest, and all those students had some small huts in the different places of the whole forest. And Guruji had also some hut, and they used to gather together and discuss on Vedas and Upanishads, and all the students come and join. 10,000 students. So, but Janak, the great king, he also used to come every day, but sometimes he gets delayed, and sometimes he comes in time, and when he comes in time, that is okay. When he comes late, for him, Yajnavalkya used to wait. Even though time is already come, he will wait for Janak. And when other students don't come in time, Guruji never waits for them. So almost in all these brahmacharis, students, they had some feeling, jealousy feeling towards Guruji and towards the king, because he is a king. So Guruji had to respect him, so he pays much attention to the king and not to us. We are nothing before Guruji. Because he is a king, so Guruji has partiality towards the king. He waits for him. All this inner feeling, everybody had. Naturally, everybody will have. So that was known to the Guruji Yajnavalkya. He was a great saint, all-knower. He knew it. So he wanted to teach them a lesson. So he used his yogic power, and once he created a magic show. That magic show, all of a sudden, the class is going on. The king also is there present, and all the students. And all of a sudden, there appeared some forest fire somewhere away. And slowly it became terrific, and it spread all over the forest. And when it was firing the forest, all these fellows, these students, one by one, when they saw their heart is going to under fire, they will slowly get out without disturbing others and run and save their loincloths or little small some puja articles, and somehow or other they divert the fire in different direction and they come again. In this way there is always disturbance in the class. Somebody is going, somebody is coming, and nobody is interested in the subject, topic going on. Yajnavalkya was not remarking to anyone. He was looking at everyone. And everyone, almost everyone, they were busy in protecting their little things. And slowly that fire spread towards the capital. And the capital city of Janak was under fire. It surrounded the capital and it started burning. Janaka had no agitation. He was sitting calmly, not looking at the capital, palace and others. He was silently hearing, attentively he was hearing the words of the Guru. So after everything happened, everybody was settled and king also is sitting. So Guruji is asking, Yajnavalkya asked, Janak, before everyone, Janak, are you not aware your palace is burning in fire? Then only Janak looked at that direction. Yes, Guruji, never mind. Never mind. Let me complete the class first and then I shall look to it. Is it not your duty to protect your palace and your city? That is duty, but after the class. And he replied, if the Mithila kingdom is under fire, I have no loss, no gain. If the whole kingdom is under fire, I have no loss nor gain. Nothing to worry about. The
स्वामी जी,
हाँ जी,
आप अष्टावक्र की जगह यज्ञवल्क्य को डालिए.
keep quiet, hear it. Try to understand. Try to understand the simile and the point which is going to be explained. Whether it is Yajnavalkya or Ashtavakra, or you are or I am, what does it matter? It is only for explaining you what is agitation. You fool. Try to understand what is the point to be explained. What does it matter whether the name is different? Let it be Tom, Dick and Harry. The point is agitation. Try to understand this. Hear it attentively and then put the question. Clear? Whether it is Yajnavalkya or Ashtavakra, what does it matter? The point is agitation and partiality. All these. Neither Yajnavalkya was agitated nor Janak was agitated. But whereas all these were agitated by forest fire. And Janak said, if the Mithilayam Pramathini name kinchid labhalabho, even the whole Mithila kingdom is under fire, it burns into ashes, I have no loss, no gain. So, the point is agitation. His mind was not agitated by the surroundings, by time, space and happenings, conditions. That is to be seen. Example always is given for one point to be understood. Whether the name is something or other, what does it matter? अष्टावक्र का कोई 10,000 चेले थे क्या? अगर स्टोरी भी गलत हो गया तो उसमें क्या रखा है? मैं तो कभी मनगढ़ंत स्टोरी भी बताता हूँ. Sometimes I speak some stories concocted by myself only for example. Stories are for example only. You must understand the example. What is the name and what is the form? What does it matter? The point to be understood is whose mind gets agitated and whose mind is not agitated. Jasmat nodvijate lokaha loka nodvijate jaha. One who is not agitated by the world nor it agitates the world. That is the point. Let anything happen. And on that point I am telling what is meditation. How the mind gets one-pointed, not to be agitated, not to agitate. Neither he will do any harm to others, nor anything can harm him at any condition, whose mind is not agitated, he is established in ahimsa, satyam, brahmacharyam, in all these divine qualities are bound to follow him. Bound to follow him. Because his mind is one-pointed. That is, one-pointed mind is the abode for all the divine qualities, whereas the restless mind is abode for all the negative qualities. All the negative qualities will rest in restless mind. They take the opportunity to exercise their power. Negative qualities. Irsa, dvesh, rag, all these are negative qualities. Anger, greed, and lust, and covetousness, and accumulating nature, and dominating over others, stealing, all these, they only can influence the restless mind. The bad spirits, they can enter into the weak-minded persons. A strong-minded person is never influenced by all these spirits or all those gods, or even Brahma stands on the leg and salutes the great monks, these realized souls. So, this is to be understood who is not agitated by the world, or who doesn't agitate others. What is the state of mind? It is to be one-pointed only, and that is dear to the Lord. One-pointed devotion. On that all these divine qualities are related. That's why the Lord is giving all these qualities of a devotee who is dear to me. So the next stanza, such a sage or devotee is dear to me. How can I describe him? This is what Lord said in the 15th sloka, and then he continues further. Anapeksha suchir daksha udasino gatavyatha sarvarambha parityagi yo madbhakta same priya. Who is dear to me? Whom do I love from my heart of hearts? That means who is one with me. He comes to me and he can see my cosmic form. After showing the cosmic form to Arjuna, in the end he said, "Oh Arjuna, you are the only person who is so dear to me because of all these qualities you possess, and you could see that which even the great gods could not, who are ever keen to see it, eager to see it, but they are unqualified. They cannot." These are the qualifications of a true devotee, and he comes to me, all these qualities belong to you, so you could see my cosmic form in that way. Others have seen, but not to that extent what you saw. And that's how Navavidha Bhakti, the ninefold devotion, everything we have discussed already. So you have to take past and present everything in consideration. Everything is related with each other. So now he says, anapeksha, free from wants, who has no apeksha means what can we say? One who is waiting for something. Apeksha. Upeksha, who doesn't want to reject everything. Upeksha, apeksha, to wait for something. Who doesn't wait for anything, that means he has no need at all. Anapeksha, no needs. No needs means no desires. No desires means he is complete in itself. He feels oneness, that is one-pointedness. One who doesn't need anything, doesn't wait for anything, does not have desire for anything. One who feels complete by itself, perfect in itself, how can he need something? Need is because of the gap or the lacking feeling in you. Then only you need to fulfill the gap, fill up the gap. In the question paper sometimes they give the question, fill up the gap. Something is needed there. What is needed? So, anapeksha, one who has no needs, no wants. Suchir daksha, suchi, one who is pure. This purity has got so much broad meaning. Purity means we have to understand what is called purity. Purity also is oneness. Pure milk means there is no adulteration, no other object in the milk. Only it is one. It is pure. Say pure, what other purity, pure things you need? Pure sugar.
Gold.
Eh?
Gold. Pure gold.
Pure boy?
Gold.
Pure gold. There is no adulteration, it is pure gold. Or else they generally put something in gold so that gold is easy to work over.
Pure milk.
Pure milk. Yes. So purity means oneness, where there is no other things in it. That is called purity. So, purity means oneness. Oneness. And that is also known as emptiness. That is also known as solidity. Solid will never allow anything. No. बस बस ये गैस कहाँ जाएगा? Solidity means there is no other thing in it. Emptiness means there is no other thing in it. So solidity means emptiness. So this is oneness also. Solid truth. और तो बम्बेया भाषा में बोलते हैं सॉलिड मारा। मारा तो मारा, सॉलिड मारा, एक सॉलिड मारा। Solidity means oneness. Emptiness means oneness. When Buddha Dev misunderstood by his followers, he didn't say anything about God, but then he kept quiet. Silence is the God, the language of God, but people understood in other way. Buddha Dev declared that emptiness is Godhood, because there is nothing, we cannot say anything. Misinterpretation. And that emptiness also means something. It is oneness only. One is the absolute, without a second. Whether you call it is empty, or it is full, or it is solid, it is the one only. So purity also is oneness. The central point is one-pointed devotion. He is dear to me. And all these qualities are found in one-pointed minded devotee. All these qualities are bound to be there. Suchihi, Daksha, expert, skillful, capable, able. That means he has all the qualities within it. That is also one-pointed. One who is perfect. He is capable. Daksha. Daksha means capable. Suchihi, Daksha. That is also one-pointedness of the mind. When your mind is restless, you cannot do any office work, or you cannot do anything properly. There will be mistakes. When you have got one-pointed mind, then everything is done perfectly. There is nothing, no mistake will be found. So this is how Suchihi, purity, Daksha, capability, Udasinaha. Udasina is unconcerned, impartial, unconcerned, uninvolved in anything, and attachment. There is no attachment, no detachment. One who lives at present without any complaining, without any objections, who is neutral, who is indifferent towards everything, that is called Udasinaha. Ut asinaha. Ut means above. Who sits above everything. That means literally who is not concerned with the below changes, beyond changes. That is called Udasinaha. Indifferent, impartial, and unconcerned, uninvolved. He is called Udasina. That is also one-pointedness. who is never concerned with anything, that what does it mean? Mind is at rest. The moment you are concerned with something, you have relation with that. And attachment and detachment will be there. That's how you are bound to it. You are tied up on it. That is called attachment. So, Udasina is one-pointed devotion. Gatavyatha. Gatavyatha. Free from pain. Pain means also pleasure. You have to take both together. Pain is a comparative term. Pain means opposite of the pleasure. So no pain, no pleasure. Day means night. How? Without night you don't know, you don't understand what is day. When you compare the something with night, then that becomes day. Which is not night, which is not darkness, that is called day. In this way you have to understand to its true meaning. So Gatavyatha, one who has no pain, that means who has no pleasure also, who is beyond pain and pleasure, who takes equally the pain and pleasure, who is above all this pain and pleasure. That also means good and bad and pairs of opposites. Telling one, you have told everything. It is a comparative degree. Pain. Pain is an adjective. So it is comparative. It is also a quality. Gatavyatha, one who is unconcerned, free from pain and pleasure. And another important quality, sarvarambha parityagi, that is most important quality, which also is concerned with oneness of mind. Sarvarambha parityagi, who has no starting of anything. No starting means, aram means starting. One who has not started, there is no end also. So there is no middle also. If you have not joined the running race, and you have not started the race, will you win the cup? There is no concern. There is no reward nor punishment, nothing. You are not concerned. So Udasina also is same as this Sarvarambha Parityagi, who is without renouncing all undertakings or commencements. You should not comment anything on any object or giving or taking or on any transaction. So you are free from it. If you have commented, you are bound to it. So that is without commentation, without undertaking, without renouncing. All these you cannot be sarvarambha parityagi. And once you have started something, you are bound to complete it, or else there is no result, and your effort is meaningless, and wastage of time, space, and all these. You have wasted your life. If you have at all taken up something, undertook something to do, committed to do something, you are bound to fulfill it. That is called vows, promise, and some commitments. I will do this means you have to do it. That is what in Ramayana Tulsidas ji said, Raghukul riti aisi chali aayi, pran jai var bachan na jai. Once you have committed to do something, you have to do it. Words are worth fulfilling. Whatever you have uttered, you have to fulfill it. That is what Ramji said. The whole solar dynasty is bound to fulfill their words. Once uttered means it is the line drawn in the stone, patthar ki lakir. It cannot be changed. Once uttered, it cannot be changed. In that dynasty, Lord Rama and our Harishchandra, many kings, Bhagirath, they showed their worth of words. Once they have decided to do it and said, I will do, then let the life be taken in fulfilling it. They gave up their life, they undertook all the pains and pleasures, everything. They were ready to suffer as much as possible to fulfill the word. So, this is called not committing anything. If you have committed, you are bound to fulfill it. That is the law of nature. That is called dharma, which holds the balance in the society, harmony in the society. If everybody tells something and does something else, then there cannot be balance in the society. There will be always agitations. That is how yesterday we were discussing the thoughts, words and deed, actions should coincide with each other. That is called great man. That is the symbol of a great man. And the other opposite of it, symbol of a rogue. Only two types of people are there. Either you are a saint or you are a Satan. So, no commitment. Sarvarambha parityagi, renouncing all the commitments, concerns, involvements. Yo madbhaktaha same priyaha. You have committed something for the world. You have to be worldly. That is the sense here. Don't commit anything, so you can devote all the time for me. So, sarvarambha parityagi yo madbhakta same priyaha. He who is free from wants, pure, expert, capable, unconcerned, and free from pain, renouncing all undertakings or commencements. He who is thus devoted to me, all these are symptoms of devotion, and one-pointed mind is dear to me. He is dear to me. So all these divine qualities to be seen in a devotee. He is free from dependence. When you have some wants, you depend upon the object till it has not come. If at all it comes, you are dependent on it because you have to protect it, you have to use it, you have to safeguard it. And if it is lost, then you are sorry for it. So all these are bound to be there. So he says, who has no need means he is dependent, not dependent, independent. He is independent. He is not dependent on anything. So he is free from dependence. He is indifferent to the body, the senses, the objects of the senses, and their mutual connections. Who has no wants, he has not all these. Wants means bodily wants, mental wants, verbal wants. What is verbally you need? What is the need in the speech? My speech should be sweet. Everybody should praise me. All these are needs of the lecturer or speaker. Anything anybody speaks, it should be heard by others. It should not be misunderstood by others. Everybody should pay attention to it. This is the need of everyone. Everybody wants to be important. When he speaks, everybody should pay attention, give importance, and hear it and take positively, which never happens. So, it is under the needs, bodily needs, the needs of the senses. You have to speak louder, I cannot hear it. That is the need of the ear. Senses. And the objects of the senses, that is also needed, which are far from the contact of senses, that should be under the contact of the senses. And their mutual connections. All these are under the need. He has external and internal purity. Who has no need, then only he will be pure. When there is a need, then he will be added with something, so he is impure. And purity means one thought. Many thoughts means impure. That is how Gurudev used to say, serve, love, give, purify. Or by all these practices, your mind becomes one-pointed, serving everybody without expectation, you become friend of the whole universe. That is oneness. By loving each other without any condition, thereby you become one with the whole universe. All means not only human beings, every creature. You have to love the tree, you have to love the water, air, the insects, the flowers, the seeds also, the fruits also. You have to protect it. Then you have the pure love for everyone, without any expectation, without any condition. Love is unconditional. So serve, love, give, sharing with everyone, whatever you have. Isavasyam idagam sarvam jat kinchid jagatyam jagat tena tyaktena bhunjitha magriddha kasvasvidhanam. Don't snatch away or don't dominate over others' properties. Whatever you have to share with others. That is the law of nature. Whatever you have, it is not yours, it belongs to everyone. On the other hand, others' property you should not dominate over and snatch away. So this is how one should understand what is purity. We will see it tomorrow again elaborately. Tomorrow we shall see today this much only. Anapeksha sudirdaksha udasinaha gatavyatha sarvarambha parityagi madbhakta samapriya. All these qualities are most important qualities which the spiritual seeker has to possess, or else realization of the truth is impossible, far off. Tomorrow we shall see further. Hari Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavaseshyate. Om Santi Santi Santi. Sadguru Bhagavan ki jai. Sachidananda Bhagavan ki jai. Krishna Bhagavan ki jai. Gita Mata ki jai.